Some of you might have heard that DC is kind of relaunching. 2025, Superman Legacy comes out. It's a brand new Superman. It's a brand new DC universe under the tutelage of James Gunn and Peter Safran, who are the co-CEOs, and, Peter running the business kind of stuff, James running the creative, all that kind of wonderful stuff. So they're putting together this new universe, and they've made some announcements, things like that. Still early in development, and Superman starts shooting here pretty soon. They start shooting the movie. Of course, we got the cast and all that kind of stuff. But we're still in the honeymoon stage, right? Where there are still a lot of filmmakers and writers that are going to be needed to be brought into the fold to tell all these stories that this new DC universe wants to tell. And a couple of guys who are killing it in the genre right now is, of course, Lord Miller, who, on top of doing a lot of other great stuff, by the way, we don't talk about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs enough. That is a really good movie, actually. It doesn't get, and that these guys did. Of course, their 21 and 22 Jump Street stuff, whatever, but their Spider-Verse movies that they shepherd over there at Sony have been, without exaggeration, a couple of the best movies we've had in the last 6 years or so. Just absolutely phenomenal. So, when James Gunn was asked on social media, because he's very active there, you ever think you'd worked with Lord Miller? He said something pretty interesting. He said this: Gunn expressed his interest in working with Lord Miller in the rebooted DCU while responding to a fan's question on Threads. The fan asked Gunn if he would work with Phil Lord and Christopher Miller for a DCU project, since Gunn had previously expressed his love for the Spider-Verse films. Gunn's response was straightforward as he said, yes, while expressing his regret for not asking the duo sooner, as Gunn had recently been in contact with the pair. Gunn stated, yes, I saw them yesterday. I should have asked. Anyway, so James Gunn, who has been very open about his gushing love for those Spider-Verse films. He absolutely loves them. He's a big fan of Lord and Miller. And, we were talking the other day that, hey, Sony, you get, under the roof down the hall, you got these Lord Miller guys. You're looking for how to turn around your live action Spider-Verse stuff? Maybe go knock on their door and say, hey, you got some time? Want to shepherd some live action films? But if you're not going to do it, James Gunn will do it. I am 100% sure, because I believe Lord and Miller are cut from the same cloth as James Gunn.
Yeah.
We've seen them a number of times at CinemaCon. They've been on stage for like an hour and talking about their process and everything. And like when I watch them sitting there, standing like 40 feet in front of us and talking, I'm like, they remind me a lot of James Gunn. Not as eclectic maybe as Gunn, but they seem like they're from the same familial line, if you will. And I love the idea. And of course, when Gunn says, hey, I just saw them yesterday, I should have asked. I'm like, why did you see them yesterday? What were you doing with Lord and Miller yesterday? And are you being coy here? Mm-hmm. Look, I don't know if we would actually see them. Lord and Miller were involved in the Lego Batman movie, were they not?
Yeah.
Which I loved the Lego Batman movie. I thought that, and it didn't make money. I don't understand. The Lego Batman movie was so freaking good. Anyway.
Hey, I like the second Lego movie.
I didn't.
I did.
I love the first one, and I love the Batman one. I didn't totally love the second Lego. What was it called? The second piece?
Something like that. It deserves more love than it gets.
I still can't believe the first Lego movie didn't get nominated for Best Animated Film. I thought it should have won that year, and it didn't even get nominated. Anyway, so Lord Miller clearly already have a foot in the DC world. So I don't know if this will happen. Lord and Miller are going to be highly in demand. But if James Gunn could pull it off, I would love to see Lord and Miller in the DC universe doing whatever they wanted to do. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Factor. You know, guys, some days it's great to prepare your own meal, but some days it's great to have wonderful, delicious meals already ready to go. Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals makes eating better every day easy. Wherever tomorrow takes you, be ready with pre-prepared, chef-crafted, and dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. You'll have over 35 different options a week to choose from, including keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and more. And there's even more to enjoy with over 55 nutrition-packed add-ons that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious. So what are you waiting for? Get started today and have a feel-good week of meals ready to go. They've got snacks, smoothies, and more. Discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. And guys, you get to save. We've done the math. Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious. So guys, head to factormeals.com/Campea50 and use the code Campea50 to get 50% off. That's code Campea50 at factormeals.com/Campea50 to get 50% off. Anyway, Rob, you heard of, what do you think about the idea of a Lord Miller coming in DC? Do you think you'd rather see them trying to shepherd something with Sony? Is it possible Gunn could even pull something like this off? What do you think?
Look, if someone said to me off the top of my head, what would you like to see Lord Miller do? I'd like to see him do blue and gold.
Oh, wow.
Booster Gold
That's
and Blue
a
Beetle.
good fit. That would be a really good fit for them.
Booster Gold, a guy coming back from the future, and then they could even use Reyes as the Blue Beetle. It wouldn't be Ted Cord, which I love, but they've already got a Blue Beetle. Lord Miller could pull it off. It's their sensibilities, and I can understand that because what they bring, James Gunn's going to have to bring a classical, timeless, mythical feel to Superman, not unlike what Donner tried to do. But Lord Miller, their brand of comedy, like you said, they're birds of a feather, but they could bring in that and allow James Gunn to go off in a different direction than he's brought to us in, say, Guardians of the Galaxy. He's got to do something different, but Lord Miller could sort of carry on where he left off and add that humor yet anarchy to whatever it is that they're doing. So I think it'd be an amazing fit. There's a lot of great DC characters that Lord Miller, I think, would do a great job with. So it could be exciting.
Yeah, they would. Like with Batman Beyond animated movie.
Get over the...
Did you see those storyboards that were online?
Yeah.
Man.
It's not going to happen.
It's the connection is being made right now.
It's
sorry,
gonna happen.
John. Sorry, I hate to tell you, but Lord and Miller are coming on to give them their Spider-Verse.
No, that's not.
How is that? How is that not? Why do you answer at like that far-fetched? Like that couldn't be happening.
Ain't gonna happen. They're not going to waste their time on Batman Beyond. I'm not saying I'm not saying DC won't do an animated Batman Beyond. I've been saying ever since Into the Spider-Verse came out, you know what? This opens the door for a Batman Beyond animated. Lord Miller ain't going to waste their time on that, though. Lord Miller won't do Batman Beyond. I love your idea of Blue and Gold, but also one of our Damaris Love in the live chat is also saying Plastic Man. They would be great for Plastic Man.
That would be good, too.
I've been reading more Plastic Man stuff. Like Comics Explained got me really more hooked on reading some Plastic Man stuff. But I remember, before you guffaw at Plastic Man, I remember this follow-up to The Dark Knight Returns, which I can't remember what the name of the
Dark Knight Strikes Back, or the
no,
Strikes
it wasn't
Again.
Strikes Back, but or strike might have been Strikes Again, but the sequel to The Dark Knight Returns graphic novel. Batman goes and breaks Plastic Man out of a government prison that he's been in, and still remember. I'll always remember this. As Batman and his team are getting ready to release Plastic, who I guess has been in prison for decades or something like that, Batman's thought bubble is going, and he's got a bunch of heroes with him. His thought bubble is going, who knows what is going on with his mind? He's been in there forever, blah, blah. But if this goes wrong, we're dead. And they haven't revealed who it is yet. They're trying to break somebody out. We don't know who it is yet. He goes, because if something goes wrong, we're dead. Because he could kill, I remember this line, he could kill all of us, ... easily. Like, whoa. And then they open the cage and it's Plastic Man. And then in recently, Comics Explained what's going on in this one too. In a Injustice Gods Among Us, I guess Superman and his government like arrest Plastic Man's son, and Plastic Man shows up. I mean, he's staring down Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and he just doesn't give a fuck. And he's like getting right up in Superman. So it's like, holy shit, Plastic Man. Anyway, I would love to see I'd love to see them do anything. Question is for you guys. What could you see Lord and Miller doing? Maybe like Rob's great suggestion of Blue and Gold, maybe something like a Plastic Man, maybe a more established hero, maybe doing whoever the new Aquaman is going to be or something like that. Maybe a Cyborg. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.